Good morning, friends. Distinguished members of the Central Council present here. My good friend Nandaji, senior most council member present here. Traveled with him to many branches in the southern region. A very lovable person. He's done a lot for the contribution to the profession in the northern region. My compliments to Nandaji. Sanjay Agarwal, a very silent performer, a committed hard worker in the Central Council. I've seen him closely working on many projects. E-Sahayata is one project which has been a big success, and the credit goes to Sanjay Agarwal for this project. And of course, he's the chairman of this building community. And my compliments to you, Sanjay ji, for the excellent work you've done for this beautiful branch building. Two shining stars from the northern region. My compliments to all of you for that, for having elected them to the Central Council. Mr. Sanjeev Chaudhary from Delhi and Mr. Atul Gupta, very active, vibrant, always brimming with ideas. Whenever I meet Atul Gupta, he is always having so many ideas. He's got so many ways of serving the profession, serving the students. And it's a great honor for me that all my council members are present with me this lovely morning. It's a great occasion, a great pride, a great privilege for me to stand before you as the Vice President of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India on this special occasion, on the inauguration of the beautiful branch building at Panipat. Chairman of the Panipat branch, Mr. Vijay Mittal, my compliments to you and your entire team of Mr. Sanjay Jain, the Vice Chairman, Asim Pahar, the Secretary, for the excellent work you've done in creating this beautiful infrastructure. Friends, I've traveled across the country, and I could say this is one of the beautiful buildings I've come across, and I'm extremely thankful to the entire managing committee for the hard work that they put in. My good friend Durgadas Agarwal, the chairman, will be laying down office shortly. I'm sure he'll be laying down office with a lot of satisfaction for having done a lot of good work for the branches in the northern region. Hansraj, Mohan, Swadesh Gupta, Rajesh Agarwal, Raj Chawla, all my distinguished regional council members present here. Friends, all the senior members, past chairman of the Panipat branch, invitees, students, and all the other guests present here. Friends, when I received the invitation from the Panipat branch on the 12th of February 2013, I readily accepted the invitation because this is my first ever visit to any branch in the northern region. And this is my first visit as the Vice President of the Institute to any branch in the country. I've still not visited my own branches in the southern region. I've been receiving requests, but when I received the request from Panipat branch, I said yes, I should be there. Mr. Atul Gupta and Mr. Sanjay Agarwal were behind me. They said, Mr. Raghu, you have to come. I would like to begin with the greetings of our President, Subodh Agarwal, who was not able to join us this morning. He had some other commitment in Calcutta. He requested me, Raghu, please go ahead and do the honors. We should not try to delay any project. Work should happen, students should be benefited, members should be benefited. A very proactive, dynamic president in Subodhji. He requested me, deputed me to be here amongst all of you. I think it is my great fortune to be amongst all of you this morning. Friends, it's been a long journey for me in the Institute. As Nandaji very rightly said, I was motivated to enter the Central Council by my father, late K.R. Kumar, who is no more. And it's been a long 21 years of my association with the Institute at various levels. I was 6 years in the branch, 6 years in the regional council, 6 years in the Central Council. And it's been a long association for me. I've worked at all levels of the Institute. And I deem it's a great honor for me today to stand before you and, contribute my best for the cause of the profession. Friends, I think infrastructure is on the top agenda of the council. I've been in the council for the last 2 terms. I've always seen that the council has been proactive. Every president after president has been extremely proactive. And I still remember Mr. Amarjit Chopra, the then past president of the Institute, who always used to call me, Raghu, you have any branches in South that need support, you please tell me. I still remember in Hubli branch, we had an allotment of 1 acre of land, and it was Mr. Amarjit Chopra who sanctioned us the required funds to do a beautiful branch building. I would like to place on record my deep sense of appreciation to Mr. Amarjit Chopra for the good work what he has done, and he comes from your northern region. Friends, what I am trying to tell you is that president after president, council member after council member have continuously worked for the development of infrastructure across the country. Today we have 135 branches, more than 120 owned buildings. No other institute can boast of such a huge infrastructure being available across the country. I think the credit should go to all our predecessors, all our past presidents, all our esteemed council colleagues who have put in their heart and soul to see that right infrastructure is created at all the branches. Because friends, infrastructure is very important, very critical for the growth of the profession. Be it the students, be it the members, a branch like this would cater to the requirements of the entire fraternity. And I'm sure this beautiful branch building will be a tribute to the members and students of Panipat and in and around Panipat. A few thoughts which I thought I should share on this occasion, having come here for the first time. I felt that it's a great occasion for me to just give you what are the developments taking place in the profession. Friends, the profession is moving on the right track. Today, one of the most popular professions in the country today we find more and more young commerce graduates, non-commerce graduates joining the CA profession. I think all of you would have seen recently that a girl from Bombay got the first rank in the CA final examination. She is a daughter of a auto rickshaw wala in Bombay. I had the occasion of meeting her at Mumbai. I was very curious to meet her. She was felicitated by the president, and then when after the function was over, I just went up to her and asked her, what is the secret of your success? She said, sir, I was very determined that I have to help my father. My father has put in a lot of hard work. He has been toiling day and night. I happened to see one article in the newspaper that said that the chartered accountancy profession is one of the most popular professions, and anyone could join the chartered accountancy course by putting a lot of hard work. You could become a chartered accountant and get settled successfully. That is when I decided that I should become a chartered accountant. We are staying in a very small apartment, 450 square feet of space. But my only request to you, Mr. Raghu, is please create as many reading halls as possible for the benefit of students. Friends, I am here before you. Request to the chairman of the branch, chairman of the Northern Regional Council, all the Central Council members. This year, we have embarked upon an idea, a plan to set up 100 reading rooms across the country. We want to set up reading rooms across the country because we feel it is absolutely essential for us to create good infrastructure for the students who can come to the branches, sit down, study for the entire day, because many might not have the privilege of having good facility at home. So I would make a request to the chairman of the branch to hear, yes, you have a plan to construct the building further. I would like to assure my wholehearted support, because all the branch buildings come to the vice president, and it is we who have to go through the entire proposal and put it before the executive committee. I would like to assure all the members present here, on behalf of all my council colleagues, that we will extend our wholehearted support for all your plans, future plans. You please get started with the other portion of the building. And my only request to you is that please create a full-fledged reading facility for the cause of the students. Whatever expansion you want to make, I think the expansion should cater to the needs of a beautiful reading room for the benefit of students. Friends, some of my other issues which I thought I should take. Today, the profession is moving in the right direction. India and China are poised to grow more rapidly. Today, with the downfall in the US economy and the recession taking place in the United Kingdom, I think China and India are emerging as the fast-growing economies. And when an economy grows, I think the only profession that can be benefited by the growth in the economy is the CA profession. I think as partners in national building, we have a very important role to play to see that the right kind of growth take place in the economy. One important development which I see in the profession is that today we are moving into an era of specialization. Like in the medical profession, today we find more and more chartered accountants after qualifying are getting to very many specialized areas. It could be international taxation, it could be IFRS consulting, it could be technology consulting, it could be valuation, it could be arbitration. My request to each one of you present here is that we need to be aware that we are moving into an era of specialization. There is a need for us to acquire additional skill sets. For this, we have launched many certification courses for the benefit of members, and I would request the members present here to make use of this particular offerings given by the institute, take up these certification courses, and I'm sure that will help you to grow either in your career or in your practice front. I was just speaking to Mr. Sanjeev Chowdhury, the kind of opportunities in international taxation in a place like Delhi. You are not very far away. Panipat is not very far away from Delhi. But what is important, friends, is that when you are practicing in Panipat, you should just not look just in and around Panipat. You should look beyond Panipat. That is when you're able to grow. Because I've seen the profession across the country. One big thing which I see is that members don't look beyond their particular towns or particular cities. Friends, if you have to grow, if you want to move to the next stage, if you want your practice to grow, you have to look beyond Panipat. That is the reason the institute has promoted networking of chartered accountant firms. I would make a sincere request to all of you that yes, if you're looking at growing your practices, you want to take it to the next stage, you have to network with CA firms either within the city, like let us say you partner with other firms in Delhi, or you partner with firms in Chennai or Calcutta or Bombay, and it's absolutely essential for you to look beyond Panipat. Only if you're able to look beyond your own city or own place, you'll be able to grow. So the fact is that specialization has come to stay, and it is absolutely essential for us to keep in mind that if we have to grow, if we have to sort of be successful in our professional careers, we need to specialize in any of these areas. Coming to the opportunities for the young CAs, many young CAs here, I met them. Plenty of opportunities are there for the young chartered accountants. Especially today, chartered accountants are truly global. When I qualified in the year 1990, I still remember the opportunities for chartered accountants outside the country were not there. But today, for example, you go to the Gulf region, you go to Dubai, a place like Dubai, more than 1,500 chartered accountants are working in various corporates. In a place like Abu Dhabi, 600 chartered accountants are working. In a place like Muscat, 400 to 450 chartered accountants are working. Today, what is happening is there are plenty of opportunities for chartered accountants outside India. This situation was not there earlier, and these global opportunities are bound to increase because the institute has realized that a chartered accountant today is truly global. And when I interacted with many of these corporates, when I went to Abu Dhabi and Dubai, when we promoted the Gulf campus, many of the managing directors, many of the companies there said, Mr. Raghu, we are very happy with the Indian CAs. We have many chartered accountants from Pakistan, we have chartered accountants from Nepal, Bangladesh, but we find the chartered accountants from India are the best. So that is a kind of brand recognition what we have. I think all of us should be proud about it. So I see a great opportunity for all our members across the world, and we should try to look at various opportunities that is available to us in other countries. Friends, there's a conscious need for us to improve the audit quality. Audit quality is an ongoing process. We at the council are very clear that if our profession has to be successful, if we have to grow, if the regulators have to look at us positively, let it be the Reserve Bank of India, the Security Exchange Board of India, we need to ensure that we improve the quality of work, and each one of us have a very important role to play in our own setups to see that the quality of professional work is improved. We at the institute are trying consciously to go about reaching out to the members, trying to see that the right kind of quality is maintained, whether it's a bank branch audit, whether it's a tax audit, whether it's a company audit, because all the regulators are very closely monitoring the quality of our professional work. I would make a sincere request to each one of the members present here. This is something that should be on the top of our agenda on an ongoing basis. I think collectively, if each of us play a very proactive role, we could see that the quality of professional work continues to keep increasing. Friends, we also have a very strong disciplinary mechanism, which I'm sure members would appreciate that the institute has been doing a lot of work. Wherever we find that the members are erring, we are taking the right action, and the council is working day and night to see that the profession is regulated very well. There are many ethical issues that come up before the council, but we always believe that if ethical issues concerning the profession, issues concerning the code of conduct of the members is important, we need to educate them, talk to them and tell them this is possible, this is not possible. And we have been doing very many initiatives like outreach programs from the Ethical Standards Board to tell the members what exactly you can do. Let us say if you're a practicing chartered accountant, you're not supposed to do business, all of us are aware. But many times we come across a situation where there's a very thin line between a chartered accountant is practicing and we also find that he's carrying out other activities. So we are going about reaching out to the members, telling them, Baba, if you're in industry, you can't sign a balance sheet. If you're in part-time practice, you can't do an attest function. If you want to advertise, you need to do it this way. So we are going to go about every branch and talking to them on the various ethical issues. And I am very confident that members of a profession would be bound by the code of conduct laid down by the institute. Friends, as far as the peer review is concerned, the important aspect of peer reviews, we want to improve the quality of professional work. We want to see that the members of our profession maintain the right kind of audit documentation, audit working papers, because audit working papers are very, very important. In the disciplinary proceedings, whenever any complaint is made against a member, I had served in the disciplinary committee, more than 120 cases, I have been a part of more than 120 cases. The first thing we ask the member concerned is, can you provide us with the working papers? And when we find that the members do not have the working papers, our hands are tied. We are not able to come to the rescue of the members. And some members who have adequately maintained the working papers, they're able to defend themselves, and to a great extent we are able to come to the rescue. So we find that when we do a peer review, we find that the audit working papers, we give a lot of importance to see that the members of our profession maintain the audit working papers properly. Immediate two concerns for the profession: bank branch audit. I'm sure all of you are aware that yes, bank branch audit is a major concern. Today the Reserve Bank of India is looking at allotting bank branch audits to only branches having advances of more than 20 crores. We at the institute, under the convenership of Mr. Amarjit Chopra, has come out with a report as to what is the need for bank branch audit. Since public funds are being deployed, we have made a very clear statement that yes, it has to be audited. We have to see that whatever funds have been advanced by the particular bank, whether the right kind of documentation has been taken by the bank, whether they have followed all the guidelines of the bank, and we are able to convince to a great extent. Last time when Nandaji was the chairman of the Professional Development Committee, we had to meet the Finance Minister Pranab Mukherjee, who was kind enough to see that the limit of 3 crores was just enhanced to about 6 crores. But currently, the current threshold limit is 20 crores and above only would be subject to bank audit. We at the council, President, Vice President and all of us are putting our best efforts to see and make a request to the Finance Ministers to see that at least this is, we revert back to the old threshold limit of 6 crores. But one thing is fine, friends, the writing is clear on the wall. I think we need to accept this. Today what is happening is a lot of computerization is taking place in the banking industry. Most of the banks have gone on core banking solution. Reserve Bank is able to tell us that we do not require branches, bank audit for small branches. Way forward, I think we need to accept this. But we at the institute, I would like to assure all the members here, leaving no stone unturned to see that more and more opportunities are created for the members. On the company's bill also, we are making many representations to the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, and I'm sure the independence of the institute is completely would be retained, and we are putting our best efforts to see that the profession moves in the right direction. Friends, one last thing which I would like to say is that I have already started a wish list. If you have any suggestions, the many students present here, I think it's essential for all of you. You should be extremely glad and fortunate that you've joined the CA profession, one of the most popular professions. If you come to a city like Bangalore, where I come from, there's a huge CA population. We have 9,500 chartered accountants in Bangalore, about 25,000 students in Bangalore, and there are many job opportunities. And I see a lot of young CAs coming from North India and settling down in Bangalore. I would invite all of you to Bangalore. Please come to Bangalore. There are many job opportunities even in Bangalore, especially we are focusing on the IT/ITS sector. Bangalore is the right place to come. Friends, as I told you, I am available to you, Vice President at ICA.org. Please feel free to send a mail to me if you have any issues concerning the profession. I have already started preparing my wish list of what I would like to do. As and when you give your suggestions, I would include it in my VP wish list and see that we are able to try to see what best we can address all the issues. As far as other things is concerned, friends, other aspects of the profession is concerned, I think it's a complete teamwork that is required. After all, we are a family of chartered accountants, 220,000 chartered accountants, 135 branches, 22 foreign chapters. It's one big family. And in a family, all of us have to put in our best effort. And I am very confident with the support of each one of you present here. As a team, we can take the image of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India to the next stage. I am always available to you. And please feel free to reach out to me on any issues concerning the profession. With these few words, I would like to thank the chairman of the Panipat branch, chairman of the Northern India Regional Council, my esteemed council colleagues who have joined me all the way from Delhi to be amongst you on this joyous occasion. I wish you good luck. I am sure all the members and students present here will be immensely benefited by the new facility we have created, and we would like to assure you once again, we would partner with the Panipat branch, we would work with you hand to hand and see that all your dreams as far as this particular branch is concerned is completely fulfilled. With these few words, I would like to thank all of you for having given me a patient hearing. Thank you.